All right. Hello, everyone. How are you today? It's Kay. So this is the 27th of November, and this is on Saturday. So I hope you're having a great weekend right now. Sorry I was a bit late because we had the nice discussion about the market and trade psychology within the GTS group just earlier. So that's why I'm a bit late for this live stream. And also yesterday I wasn't able to do live because I was outside. So today I'm thinking to screen charts. Although it's closed right now, I will screen charts, then maybe talk about some psychology or money management topics. But did you see what happened yesterday? There was a huge spike. It was very volatile, very violent market moves. Like a JPY pairs and CAD, AUD, everything was spiky. And most of them are against the major direction. So I think that was very tricky yesterday. So, but hopefully you get some nice pips. If you didn't, then at least you protect your asset and you stay away when the market is going against you, and just come back when you see the next trending markets and pairs. All right, so let me change the screen and start the session right now. All right, so just as a quick disclaimer, this information today is based on my own experience knowledge. So when you take trades, please do with your own risk management. And also, since this is a live stream, it's not a recorded video, but this is live stream. If you can please follow the rules and guidelines, that would be great. So let's see. All right, good to see you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Great to see here. All right, Carbon, Harshal, Kishore, and Yokobe, Archback, and Zaki, Gabby. All right, Gabriel, Tongwat, and Dijayadi, and Trung, good to see you here. And Roge, Stuart, and Wong, Watson, Bruce, and Master of, Bites, and Roger, and Kareem, good to see you. All right. Archback says, does Ichimoku works in this climate? So we will see. We will look at some charts since I wasn't able to do live yesterday, and I will just give my thoughts and ideas about what's happening in the market by Ichimoku today. All right, Ivan Milos, good to see you also. Thank you for joining. So let's see. So let me turn to trading view, and this is the 5-minute chart. But let me turn to daily chart and screen the charts. So this is Euro USD, and you see it has been bearish since 10th of November. It has been bearish for the last 2 weeks, but yesterday it went up all the way, and it was only one single day. It was up 123 pips. So this was a huge up trend because of the strong euro and weak USD. The market went up all the way. So when you see charts like this, if you see the daily chart, this is against the major direction. So you don't want to catch this, is my opinion. If this was bearish, if this candlestick were bearish going down like this way, then yes, you can capture it, and you might be already setting the break even and go over the weekend and continue to trail next week. But this move is against the major direction. So in this case, most likely I won't trade. But I will prefer to wait for Monday and see if the market still goes up or bearish. Simply in this condition, I wait for the breakout of the support level, which is 1.1186, and look for the sell chance afterwards, or simply wait for the Kijun Sen turns bearish sometime next week and look for the sell chance afterwards. Or if the market still keeps going up this way, then in 1 hour chart, we continuously see bullish. So I will switch back to 1 hour and I would follow this 1 hour uptrend. And the target will be in the daily Kijun Sen. So daily Kijun Sen's here at 1.1439, and that will be my target when I follow the bullish 1 hour chart. So if that's the case, it will have 129 or 130 pips to the Kijun Sen. So that will be my trade. But I have to see until Monday because we never know. It may continuously go up or it may continuously be bearish by following the daily time frame. And in this timing, we are not sure which way it's going. So most likely, I will come back chart on Monday. But in the first morning, in Asian session, I stay away. And before London or after London Open, I confirm the direction and follow that direction on Monday. So that's what I would do on Euro USD. And this is also my psychology, is that I never capture these places to buy. Because this is below Kijun Sen, below Kumo in 1 hour chart. And daily time frame are still downtrending. So there's no way to capture the buying edges from here. But rather, I will look for the sell chance still. I continuously look for the sell chance until the market breaks the Kumo in 1 hour chart. Or until I see the daily Kijun Sen goes flat. I continuously look for the selling edge. So yeah, this is very, very tricky market. So simply, I stay away and I wait until the next trend comes in any time frames, is my view. Patience is a key to success. You can't wait forever. It's impossible. But you want to wait until you see the next trend, is what I try to say. And you can do so easily and quickly by Ichimoku, by the way I see Ichimoku. So that's why I share these ideas and strategies on this YouTube community. All right, let's see. Hello, Ivan. Good to see you here. He says, what is your opinion about market movement in the last 2 days? Was that a fake movement due to holiday? Could be fake. So from next week, it may continuously be downtrending on this one. So that was Euro USD. All right, Robertson says, Kay, do you think Trendline works in market? For me, I don't think so. It works only in history analysis, not in live market. It works. It works on the live market too. So you can draw the trend line. You can draw the trend line to the future, and if it still goes bearish, then it may bounce on this trend line and continuously be downtrend. But once the market breaks the trend line, then it means that the trend line doesn't work anymore. Then I will cancel the trend line. I will delete the trend line if it happens. So the idea of what works, what doesn't work, really depends on whether the market respects a trend line or Ichimoku or not. And when you start to see the market doesn't respect the trend line, then simply you never use it anymore. So and I think Robertson said that because you've seen charts, you've seen the the lines in price actions and all these indicators works from the previous chart. But it might be difficult to see the future directions. I mean, it's impossible, in my opinion, to see future directions, future price movements in details. So, but if you use these tools, then that means it may work, it may not work, but as long as it works, you keep using it. And if it doesn't work, then simply stay away. And to be able to identify whether you stay away or whether you keep using, to use these indicators and lines. So you have to think like backwards. I think what doesn't work is more important than what works. Because if it doesn't work, then simply you don't use it. Or you exit in that timings. Hello JJ, good to see you. Alright, Hussein, thank you for joining. He says, when euro dollar goes up, because I get an opportunity to short, let's see, Monday, what's your view? Yeah, so to me, once again, this is still bearish. And the last previous bounce here on the 28th of October was, let's see, this was 22 bars backwards. So the Kijun Sen remains flat in the daily chart for the next 6 days or for the next 4 days or 5 days. And so let's see, the market may range for the next 5 days. So let's say the market just goes up and down for the next 5 days. And on the 6th day, you know that the Kijun Sen will point down because it will take the next low here. Or if you can wait for the 7th day, then for sure the Kijun Sen will point down, because then Kijun Sen will take this high, but not this high. So that means that will be a week after the Kijun Sen will point down in the daily chart. Or simply, if the market breaks a support, then that will also make the Kijun Sen down. But with that in mind, we can monitor the chart. Because from here, if you start to see Kijun Sen down while ranging market, that means now sellers are coming in, then buyers, and there is a potential breakout of the support if it happens. But if Kijun Sen remains flat, then the market may retrace all the way up to Kijun Sen, or it may break Kijun Sen. So you better either stay away or you follow the uptrend in 1 hour chart and exit on the Kijun Sen on daily chart. So basically, I am a technical trader. I only trade by Ichimoku price action and multiple time frames. And in lower time frames, I use Bollinger Band stochastics and lines price actions. But I don't really trade by the news. So I do read news and I do monitor what's happening in the news. And I also analyze charts by the news. But when it comes to making decisions, making trading decisions, I only use the charts and indicators and lines. Yeah, Muhammad says, what about huge oil downfall? Yeah, the oil also went down so sharply. So let me turn to oil right now. So this is WTI, and amazingly, it went all the way down 13%. Yeah, it says 12.63% at the close, but it went all the way down like 13%. Only one single day. So it was a huge downfall, and yeah, it may retrace back to the previous support at 61.67. But honestly speaking, when you see this huge movement, we can't really expect which way it goes in the future. And most likely, usually it goes in the range after we see these huge movements, whether it goes up or down. So most likely next week, I expect the market will be in the inside bars. The market will most likely will start here, and so it will be like inside bars, and it continues to be inside until it breaks either direction. So yeah, and even if we see downtrend next Monday, it may retrace backwards anytime soon. So when you see this kind of market, the market can be very tricky and volatile, so simply I want to stay away. Alright, Hussein and Gayan, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Right, JJ says, is it wise not to trade in Asian session? In Asian session, generally speaking, the volatility is low, so you have to be patient until you capture an entry edge or until you move it to break even. But myself, if there's a trend in the Asian session, I still take it. I still take trades. So it doesn't really matter for me which session trend happens. Okay, Trend says, could you tell how to add Ichimoku forward chart time frame in 1 hour time frame? I'm not sure how to do it. Yeah, I don't lay out Ichimoku, different Ichimoku time frame and different time frame. So yeah, I'm not sure what to do. All right, good night says, hi K, gold and USD ZAR please. All right, so let's first look at the gold. So here is gold, and gold has been ranging for the last 4 days. And yeah, I do still see that this is uptrend because the market has been supported by this trend line. So that's why I have this arrow pointing upwards. I will delete this one because this was all the way back here. So I do expect the market goes upwards still by price action, but Ichimoku line says it's flat. It's flat Kumo, flat Kijun Sen, flat Tenkan Sen, Chikou span with the candles. So it may break the trend line. So if I trade next week on gold, I would take a buy on Monday and put the stop loss below the trend line or below these 3 consecutive doji candles. So I put the stop loss here, and once it triggers, then I will exit. But expect the market goes up in this way. So yeah, I think in this by this daily time frame, this is uptrend, so I can still see the potential in continuous bullish N wave in this way. Is my view. And let's see, USD ZAR. So let me go back to Forex, and let's see, USD ZAR. All right, so okay, so this is the daily chart, and this is a beautiful uptrend. So in this situation, I look for the buy chance, but I just want to make sure that if there is no resistance level here, so I will squeeze the chart, or I will switch the weekly chart and look and see if there was a resistance. And I didn't see resistance, but I did see the supports here. I did see supports here, at 16.3583. So the market may retrace backwards. And also on the weekly chart, the Kumo is too thin. So on the weekly basis, it may retrace. So to be safer, I wait for the breakout and look for the buying edge afterwards. Is my analysis. So always see charts in the bigger picture. And make sure to draw lines on the daily or weekly time frame. You know, sometimes we see this after you enter, and that's too late. And I used to do it without looking at the higher time frames. I was looking at the 1 hour chart or 5-minute chart and took the trade. And after I took the trade, I happened to see daily chart. Resistance is very close. So yeah, and I don't want you to do it. So make sure to see charts from higher time frames and top-down analysis. Archback says, why do in lower time frames you buy after breakout candle close, but in higher time frame you wait for retracement once daily candle breaks at the key support resistance? So this is the daily chart, and in the lower time frames it goes much faster than the daily time frame, and I can monitor, you know, per day, and that's why I simply take the breakout. But on the daily chart, because every single candlestick has huge pips, you know, bigger pips than the lower time frames. So today is bullish and today breaks the resistance, but tomorrow may retrace backwards. And that's why I say you have to wait for the retest in the daily chart. But the retest may not happen. So sometimes in this case, like you wait for the break, you wait. So let's say when you are seeing the market here, near the previous resistance levels, and you saw that there was a breakout, and you wait for the retracement, but it didn't happen, and the market keeps going up this way. And when I see this, of course, this is on the weekly chart. So within a week, there must be up and down in the lower time frames. But since I see weekly is up, I mean, in this case, I better take the daily chart. If daily is up still, and all the lower time frames are up, then I look for the buying chance here without waiting for a retest. And simply when I enter the buy, I will put the stop loss below the swing low in 5 or 15, and if the market retraces backwards, I simply exit with a very small risk per trade. So yeah, either way, it's safe with the risk management. But personally, I prefer to wait for the retest in the higher time frame because it's got bigger pips than the lower time frames. Alright, thank you for joining everyone once again. This is Saturday and the charts are closed, but since I didn't live stream yesterday, I decided to check some charts today and prepare for next week. And tomorrow there will be a weekly forecast. As I mentioned before, sorry, not this one. As I mentioned before, there is a weekly forecast. So yeah, I will screen all these pairs tomorrow, but today, just for the heads up and just for these lower time frames. Hello Jalaj, good to see you here. MS Gain says analysis on New Zealand USD. Alright, let's see. New Zealand USD. It must be downtrending, but let's see. Yep, this is daily chart and it's downtrending. So I look for the sell chance in this case. So the market broke the previous support, 0.6856, and now it's bearish. The Kumo's down, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen down, Chikou span below the candles, so this is bearish. But let me squeeze the chart, and I found that there was a support here. So the market is exactly at the previous support level from the 20th of August this year at 0.6805. So, sorry. So next week it may bounce. So we better wait for the breakout and then sell afterwards, or wait for the pullback and sell afterwards. But when the market retraces, then no trade. Hello Pendler, good to see you, and welcome back. Thank you for joining back here. Alright, Carlos, good to see you here. Thank you for joining. Alright, Power Guy, good to see you. Thank you for joining. The chair says, thank you so much for your support. You're welcome. As always, it's my pleasure to be able to do this in YouTube live streams. So hopefully you learn something new from analysis today. All right, hello, sorry, Hussein, you're welcome also. All right, Jalaj says, Sensei, do you have videos on entry edge with help of management and stochastics on the channel? Please guide where I can check this out. Yeah, if you can come to my website, hold on, let me see. If you can just come to my website and click on the scroll down a little bit. Hold on, let me see. Scroll down a little bit, then you can find a playlist. So you can find the video here on FT4. Oh, now I have to change it to FT5. But you know, I used to run FT4, FT5, and talk about my strategies one by one. So you can find the video here, or this playlist, K's Trading Strategy playlist. You can find these videos in the past. Hello, Danny. Good to see you. All right, let's see. All right, Joel says, hi, Kay, can you take a look at Pound JPY? All right. The Pound JPY. So this is the daily chart. So also this one also had a huge bearish. But the Kumo is too small in the daily chart, and Kijun Sen is still in the Kumo now, so it may be traced backwards is my view. It broke the trend line, and this is bearish. This is downtrending per wave analysis. This is on the reverse in wave. So the market looks like the market is still downtrending, but now it may retrace. It may retrace back to the previous support level and then go downwards afterwards, because Kumo's too thin, Kumo's too small, and Kijun Sen still within the Kumo. All right, let's see. JJ says, is there a specific time you trade, or if you see the trend in any time frame, regardless of time of day? Yeah, regardless of the time of day, if I see trends, then simply capture it. Whether it's an Asian session, London session, or New York session, I still take it. But if there's a big news, then I don't. Otherwise, I just take any trends in any time in the day. All right, let's see. NXT, NZD USD. Yes, I have covered it already. But in case you're newly joining here, this is NZD USD and it's bearish. But the market is at the previous support level, 0.6805. To be safer, you want to wait for a breakout and then look for the sell chance afterwards. Gabriel says, can you also add a Heikin Ashi to be sure? I don't use a Heikin Ashi personally. I prefer candlesticks because I want to see highs and lows in the candles. And Ichimoku is created by the price action and candlesticks, high and low. That's why I prefer candlesticks and Heikin Ashi. Heikin Ashi actually averages all the candles, price movements, and you can see more stable trends up and down. But if you want to see stable up and down, you can use also the moving average, then Heikin Ashi. And yeah, and also if I use Heikin Ashi, I can use time cycles. And that's other reason why I prefer candlesticks. All right, good to see you, everyone. Thank you for joining on this live stream. So let's see. So let me try to catch up some comments now. Large, I have asked this before, but could you explain marking support resistance and also do you mark demand supply zone? I do mark support resistance, but I don't really mark demand supply. I think demand supplies are pretty much the same as support resistance, but this is how I draw. I look for dots and connect the dots like this and draw the lines. It's pretty simple. Orvin says, on 5-minute time frame, if you buy at the candle breakout and next 5-minute candle is bearish engulfing, is that already a good exit timing? Yeah, that could be one of the exit timings. Yes. If you see potential reversal, then that is always a good exit timing. Yeah. So that will be either double top, head and shoulders, engulfing breakout, doji breakout, or any signs. Whether if it reverses, then that will be an exit timing. So let's say in this case, if you see the market has been, let's say if I take this example, the price action. So let's say you take a sell here, and the market goes bearish, and you see that there was a very small candlestick, and this small candlestick has broken upwards this way. So in this case, this day is a good exit day because the market reverses backwards from here. And also if you buy over here, then the great exit timing will be when this engulfing breakout happens bearish. So you can see that the engulfing breakout here, and this is a nice exit timing. Or if you buy here, and if you start to see double top and neckline break, this is a nice exit timing also. So simply like this, I see charts by candles and patterns and whether to enter or exit. And also to support my exit timings, I also use Bollinger Bands and stochastics and lines and price actions. Alright, Archback, you're welcome. Alright, good to see you everyone. Good night, you're welcome also. Alright, see here. So yeah. It says, okay, can you please do any pair top-down analysis? Yeah, so I did that on the Euro USD. So let's say Euro USD in Ichimoku, this is now turned to be flat. The market retraced backwards. So yeah, this one I don't look for the selling edge, but let me see. I do see Euro JPY has been downtrending. In the daily chart, it's bearish, and because Kumo down, Kijun Sen down, Tenkan Sen down, Chikou span below the candles. But one thing is that the market is near the support level, so we have to wait for the breakout and take a sell to be safer. To myself, I still take a trade before the breakout, and because when it breaks, it goes very fast. It's time efficient, so I still take a trade. But so let's see. If I see 1 hour chart, this is also bearish. The Kumo down, Kijun Sen down, and Tenkan Sen flat, but Chikou span below, so this is bearish. So I look for the sell chance in 5, like this, and I use Bollinger Band stochastics. But now I don't see any confirmations, so I have to wait for the market to be bearish this way, and band walking can come, or stochastic dead cross might happen, or simply wait for the breakout and sell afterwards. So that will be a rough sketch of how I see charts and take trades in multiple time frames, up down like this. Alright, SVXN, thank you for the words. He says we always learn from your analysis. Good to hear that. Thank you for joining. So yeah, explaining things is my challenge actually, because I have experience of 8 years of my trading journey. I have been trading Forex and gold sometimes, but sometimes I take trades unconsciously. I see things unconsciously without knowing myself. I take it and take trades. So put it into words is my challenge to explain. So that's why I decided to do live first of all on my YouTube channel. Before, I used to capture videos and upload, and that's how I got well known in the world through YouTube, because these Ichimoku 1 to 5 series and also the video of BNF made me very popular, and that's why I get attention from the traders around the world. But ever since 2020, I decided to do live, because I can create videos and I can edit videos and upload, but in order to create a 10-minute video, it took me like 3 hours or 4 hours. So it was too much time for myself, but I was only able to talk in 10 minutes, and I thought it's not efficient, and also the chart or frozen or the previous chart I was planning, but rather I prefer to talk on the real moving market so that it becomes more practical. And also by reading these comments and questions, it actually triggers my unconscious, my subconscious, and let me talk on these ideas and thoughts of exactly how I feel, how I see these things. So yeah, for myself, live stream style really suits me because I can interact with the chat, and I can really explain these things. But still, I still feel it's a challenge because unconsciously I have more and more things I want to talk and I want to explain, like price action, lines, how I see charts, engulfing patterns, or Ichimoku 5 lines. Also, I have more things to talk about. So yeah, so basically yeah, I keep on doing it, but yeah, hope you learn on this live stream as well. All right, and thank you for your comments and also questions. These questions help me a lot also to really explain. So when you ask me something, yeah, you can request me to see any pairs, but also if you can like come up with some deeper questions or like very specific questions, I think that will be better for me to answer, for me to make me answer deeply. The questions needs to be deep in order for myself also to answer deeply. So if you can ask in that way, that would be great. All right, yeah, good to see you. Thank you for joining. All right, Jalaj, you're welcome also, and JJ, you're welcome. And we say less than 1 hour ATRAs in Kumo. Not really. Kumo is like so visual. So if I screen charts quickly, let's see, and if you ask me which one is Kumo, then most likely Euro AUD in lower time frame is very thin because we had the huge uptrend. So let's see, in 1 hour chart or 4 hour chart, maybe, yeah, in 4 hour chart this is very thin. So this is the thin Kumo. But let's see, if you see charts previously, this is thick and long Kumo. This is when you look for the sell chance. But here, this is too thin as compared to the previous Kumo, and it may be traced backwards soon. This one. All right, let's see. Joel says, what about Euro JPY? Euro JPY is bearish, as I mentioned previously, so I'm looking for the sell chance next week. However, the market is near support, so I wait for the breakout, or simply I take a sell and expect a breakout. When it retraces backwards, then I simply exit. All right, so yeah, sorry everyone, I do see many comments and also questions, but I have to end the live for now and switch to the Ichimoku membership live. So yeah, but once again, thank you for joining, and it was nice talking to you and nice chatting with you. So I hope you have a great rest of the week, and rest well, charge yourself to get ready for the trades on the next week. So like I mentioned previously, tomorrow there will be a weekly forecast, and so I will screen all these 21 pairs on my watch list, and also I will cover gold and WTI oil, and also I will cover indices as well as news for next week. So hopefully I will see you there tomorrow. And for those who are joining Ichimoku members, I will see you in 10 minutes, and I will cover the chapter 4 of Ichimoku Basics Masterbook today. So I will see you soon. So yeah, anyways, until I see you next time, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Right? Bye for now, everyone. Thank you.